Hi, Mike Peters here again. As I said in the other video, all these boxes behind me here are the evidence against Texas Children's Hospital, Baylor College of Medicine, Texas Medical Board, all the way up to Governor Rick Perry. I just want to tell you a few things about myself. This is my father, Frank Mabry. There's his business card. He was an attorney at law here in Houston, Texas. A very great man. This is my son, Dalton Peters. The one they stole. The one who has cancer. They stole his land, his future, his father, to this Dr. Zoanne Dreyer's lie at Texas Children's Hospital. She is, what I hear, is the Facebook of the Children's Medical Center there at Texas Children's. Her, with her social worker, Matal Brownback, got together, decided to lie in my son's medical record after 2 failed attempts to manipulate CPS, something that these people are used to doing. Faxed it to my wife's attorney to use that lie to take my son, saying I didn't give my son one of his meds for 1 month out of 2 months I had him, because during my wife's custody he was bitten by a cat and hospitalized for 5 days. All this evidence proves beyond any doubt that this doctor's lying. All she says is that I told her that I didn't give my son that med, which is a total lie. And that marches her through the Texas Medical Board run by Rick Perry. Gives her a clean bill of health. They're allowed to lie in a court of law, even testify in a court of law with no evidence at all, and steal your child from you. What are they doing in these medical records? Are we going to protect these medical records here in Texas? Baylor College of Medicine, she's employed at Baylor College of Medicine, who insures her. The lie was in the medical records of Texas Children's Hospital. They have to cover up for each other. They sent their lawyers to every divorce hearing, talking to the prosecutor, decided to steal my land and show me who was the boss here in Texas, my son, everything. The last judge who they threw in there, who's retired, scratched out all the medical neglect. CPS denies that there was any medical neglect. Lab results, pharmacy receipts, what they were doing in the background is all exposed. Even Dr. Dreyer said I was giving them the meds. But when she failed to manipulate CPS, then she told her lie. Medical records have to be protected here in the state of Texas, and we need to stop it. And we need to stop the cover-up for doctors who falsify medical records. It doesn't matter if they're in our most prominent hospitals, especially if they're in our most prominent hospitals. They kill your children at a hospital for some medical reason, that they failed to provide adequate care. They falsify the medical record, and that doctor gets a clean bill of health. You have no recourse to sue that doctor, to sue that hospital for their wrongdoings, because the state of Texas Medical Board is protecting them. Governed by Rick Perry. The old boys school. You will scratch my back, I scratch your back. The oil and gas industry is the most powerful in Texas, the most rich. After that, the medical board. The medical industry. Who doesn't mind donating to election campaigns? You can imagine. They needed protection, if anybody, and they're getting it. Blatantly getting the protection they need, blatantly falsifying medical records, committing aggravated perjury in courts of law, and judges, the medical board, Rick Perry are behind these cover-ups. We have to stop this behavior. We have to get these people out of office. We have to expose them, expose these doctors. We have to do it today. My name is Michael Peters. My email is allkrafteng@yahoo.com. I ask we expose the state of Texas for what they are. Reopen these cases where no one can get any help because the state of Texas protects doctors who lie, commit fraud in medical records. The evidence is here as plain as day. Let's expose it. I'm a small man. I'm just a father. But I'm a father who has a duty to protect my son. He deserves a father. I was given joint custody in court. I haven't ever been able to see my son because of the fraud and lying going on and the protection in the state of Texas. If the jury said you got joint custody, how come I can't see my son? Why are they getting away with this? We have to stop this fraud. I picketed the hospital for 2.5 months with pictures of this doctor, calling her a fraud and lie right there at the entrance of Texas Children's Hospital. Nobody sued me. I'm not afraid of being sued. Hell, they stole my land, stole my house, stole my money, everything anyway. What are they going to sue me for? That's exposing today. I'd like to get a billboard, big billboard. Call them out. I'll be responsible. Please send your donations. Let's at least put a billboard up. And if the billboard companies don't want us to put it up, let's buy a billboard. My name is Michael Jeffrey Peters. I'm for Texans. I'm for Houston Texans. I'm for fighting back at cover-ups and corruption in our government, and this is the way to do it. Let's call them out. Let's bring them out, and let's fight it out in court. Let them bring their nothing, and I'll bring the evidence and see what they have to say. This is Michael Jeffrey Peters. Let's stop this cover-up. Let's stop this fraud. God bless Texans. Thanks for listening.